So, you're 16 and want a moped. But when you're 17, you think you're going to be upgrading to a 125. And you don't know whether to stick with the moped or go up to a 125 and wait till you're 17 and get a 125. I'm going to tell you my experience with having a moped and then coming up to a 125 and what I think would be the best thing to do. Sure, if you've got the money, just get both, because it's a good on-road experience with a 50cc. If I came straight onto the road with this, I'd be awful. I'd be worse than I already am. But because I know what I'm doing on the road, because I've had road experience on my 50, I think that's helped me a bit. So I don't really have to concentrate on what I'm doing on the road. There's more space for me to concentrate on what I'm doing with the gears. So my advice is, if you've got the money, get a 50. Just buy a cheap Chinese 50 and have it a year. I mean, they're 500 quid brand new. You cheap Chinese 50, have it a year, and then go up to a 125. And you'll have 1 year's no claims bonus and your insurance will be cheaper. Unfortunately, I couldn't do that, because I got rid of my 50 before my insurance expired, and it cost me more to cancel the insurance than just to leave it running. So I've had to open another insurance out with this bike, so I'm still insured on my little Kymco until December, and I'm insured on this as well, but my Kymco I ain't been using for ages. At least for 3 or 4 months I ain't had it. And there's someone behind me, there's a biker behind me. But if I've not had it for 3 or 4 months, and it hasn't even been on the road, the person I sold it to hasn't taxed it, he ain't been on the road with it. I checked it the other day, because when I took it to him, it barely had any petrol, so I didn't want to fill it up. I mean, it was only 3 quid, but nah. Gave me 400 quid for it, and when the paperwork came through to him, oh, he's got the same bike as me. When the paperwork came through to him, I got my tax back, which is about 12. I got about 12 quid back, which I don't understand, considering I only paid about 17 for it, and I had it for almost 6 months. I really don't get that. But as far as the insurance goes, I'm still insured on it, so I could go and tax it and ride it. Not that I'd want to, but definitely another mistake I made when getting your insurance, definitely tell them that you're going to put a disc lock on it, and if you're going to get a helmet camera, make sure you tell them, because I got the disc lock and the helmet camera, and I didn't tell them, and I paid my insurance outright in full. And there's no way of me now going and telling them that I've got them and getting some money back, because if I'd have told them I have a disc lock and a helmet camera and it's going to be on a locked driveway, it would have been a lot cheaper. Maybe 100 quid cheaper, I don't know. I only paid 400 for the insurance. It's not that bad, but still 50, 100 quid cheaper just for telling them. No brainer, so definitely tell them that. Another tip I would give you is, if you're getting a moped, do not get it de-restricted. Do not put anything like that make it more powerful. It's purely because I had a mate who brought a little 50cc, £500 Chinese bike from a website. He put a de-restricted CDI on it, and it fucked up his drive belt. It chewed his drive belt, mashed up his clutch, and I don't know whether it was just because it was a Chinese bike they went, or whether it was because I'm in the wrong gear, or whether it was because of the extra power. I mean, sure, you can make 50s go 40, 50 mile an hour, but it's not worth it. You don't want to be going that quick on one of them. You're screaming. If you want to go quick, just get one of these. If you want it to get about, maybe to the shop, maybe to school, maybe to college, get a 50. Because 50s are much better on petrol than these. A lot better. I used to put £3 a week in my moped, and now with this I'm looking at maybe £8 every week and a half. So it's not that much more, but it is, if you think about it in the long run. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you all next